seems, though, that much has to do with what the U.S. Central Bank governor conveyed in the U.S., Chantal. Just tell us what happened and why markets reacted so favorably.
Well, he stayed calm, which I think is a lesson to all of us. But he stayed calm under pressure. He was being grilled by politicians in the U.S. yesterday, and he said that, yes, they are aware that inflation is very high in the U.S. at the moment, and that they are more than willing to act in order to rein it in, but that they weren't going to do anything that they might regret later. And I think that the market liked the fact that they weren't looking at aggressive action to rein in inflation, but that they're rather looking through how high inflation is right now towards what longer-term inflation will probably be, which will be low because there are very specific structural factors, most damning an aging population and also contributing to a technology that will result in inflation remaining under wraps over the very long term.
It's not just equities that had such a great showing today. I mean, we saw the rand also having an incredible run against the US dollar. No doubt it's still a very volatile currency, but it does give importers, for example, some relief, doesn't it?
Yes, and exporters won't like it at all, but the rand strengthening by over 1% today to, I think it's around about 15 rand 37 as we are speaking, which is a very strong level, and it's through a very important psychological level for investors, 15 rand 50. And this reaction is just because of the Federal Reserve likely not having to take major action in terms of aggressively rising interest rates in the U.S. Of course, that results in the U.S. looking less attractive from a cash perspective because interest rates there are very low. Yep. So the U.S. dollar weakens, and in turn, the rand strengthens.
Not much company news coming out today, but there was a big one yesterday. Tonga Hewlett pursuing former members of the executive in that 450 million rand civil case. But I see today there are reports out that that case might face delays. I mean, this is a huge setback for investors. I mean, they basically watched helplessly as billions of rands in shareholder equity was wiped out. What do you think? I mean, are they going to have much success here, just looking at what happened elsewhere with companies?
Yes, so I think last year or the year before last year, EOH tried to do the same thing. And as far as I can tell, they haven't really found success yet. I think this matter is very complicated. It's very, very difficult to prove that there was any malicious wrongdoing. And if there is, then it should probably be tried on a criminal basis as well. So very complicated. It might take some time, but hopefully shareholders get something back. And this will also hopefully set a precedent going forward that if you are going to be reckless with shareholder funds and with company coffers, then there are direct personal consequences that you can face in future.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll watch that very closely. Chantal Marx from FNB Wealth and Investments, thanks very much indeed for those insights.